Hey guys, what's up? It's Norm from the Board Game Museum here, and for this video I wanted to show some of the vintage board games that I have that I'm planning on reviewing in the future. It's been quite busy over here in the Hastings household lately, but I wanted to show you guys these games anyway. So we'll go ahead and start here. So we got a game here, an old game called Stadium Checkers. Now my friend Jamie from Board Game Man reviewed this game earlier, but this game is probably a good 70 years old. I'm going to go ahead and review this one soon. Here is a Parker Brothers word game called Option. Has an idea of Scrabble. I'll show you the back. But the gist of the game is it's got the tiles have like 3 different sides to them, or 2 different sides. And it has a unique scoring system too. Let's see. Alright, here's a game from Ideal called When Pigs Fly. Now this game, you're basically going to be launching pigs into this sky over here and spinning a spinner. And there's a way to score points. Can't quite remember how to do it at the moment, but this is a game I'm going to be reviewing soon. But I do need to get some parts for this first. Here's a game we found called Rumble in the Jungle. Now this is a mousetrap type game here, but this is a more uncommon game. This game was made, I believe, in the 80s, so I need to get some parts for this too, but not many. Here's a little party game called True Colors. Now, this game, I think only certain people are going to be able to play this because this game can get a little bit on the personal side because it'll have a question like, who is most likely to be seen standing in an airport contours, ticket in hand, watching his or her plane take off? Meaning who's going to be late, right? So then everyone's going to go ahead and vote on who they think that could be. So, could be very interesting. Classics categories. I'm sure most of you have probably played this game, but I have not yet reviewed it yet. And so, yeah, I definitely could review this one. It's good. Here's a Milton Bradley game called The Crocodile Hunter. Now, this one I got to get a crocodile for. It works, but I'd like to review this. I know my friend Matt Wilkins from, Matt Wilkins reviewed this game. Here's a game called Tabloid Teasers. This is from the Pressman Corporation. This one comes from 1991. Just of this game, it plays kind of like Balderdash. You'll have, this is just an example, but you'll have a card that basically will say something like this. It'll have it, fill in the blank, and then everybody will go ahead and fill it with something, and then someone will have the real card, and then everyone has to kind of guess which one it is, and you can score points. But it's similar to Balderdash, but these are based on real tabloid teasers. All right. Here we have Deluxe Wheel of Fortune. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to play Wheel of Fortune if you've seen it. But a lot of the games, the Wheel of Fortune games you see now are pretty basic. But this was a deluxe version that came out probably in the 80s or 90s. It's got some nice components too. So I'm looking forward to doing this one. Okay, so on this side of the game room, we'll go ahead and show you some of these. I have Snakes and Ladders here. I might review this. I don't know. We have a game called Stack Ominoes. This was made from Pressman, and they made tri-ominoes and quad-ominoes. So, I believe I have all the pieces here, so I'll go ahead and do this one. Okay, so I managed to find some Mastermind games. We got the regular Mastermind. This is the old one. We have one called Word Mastermind, which I've not really heard of. And then we have another one here. I don't have it with me at the moment, but it's a 4-player version of Mastermind. And I've not yet played it, but it looks really interesting. So I'm going to be doing those Mastermind games. Here's a game called Troke. This was made by Selco and Ryder, I believe. Now, the game is kind of like a checkers game, but it involves stacking these things. Not quite sure what it's about yet, but looking forward to doing this one. Now, here's a big one. I've been meaning to get to this one. This is Skirmish. This is one of those games from the American Heritage series. That has like games like Dogfight and things like that. So we've probably played this once, but gonna do this one. Probably gonna do this one. This is Clue FX. This one was made, when was this? 2003. This is one of those Clue games you can play with 2 players, and it's got a nice little setup. It has a nice little electronic component too. I have yet to play this one. I know my friend Matt did a review on this, and this is Conspiracy. I need to find a third player to play this game with me. We've had this game for a long time, but we've yet to play it. We're going to want to do a review on this one soon. We got the Game of Life Adventure Edition. When did this come out? This is probably more recent. I don't see a copyright. Oh, 2010. Yeah, it's close. Anyway, this has a rotating board over here. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it has 3 different islands, and you can rotate them around. All right. Clue the DVD game. I heard this was a pretty good version of Clue. So, again, I'm going to probably have to find a third player to play this with, but it has a DVD that goes along with the game. Well, you saw Stack Ominoes. Well, you saw Stack Ominoes, and right here we have Quad Ominoes. So I can't hold it up too high because this thing box is quite unstable. But it plays like Tri-Ominoes, only it has 4 sides. Is there anything? Oh, yeah. Here we have a little game called Dollar Bill Poker. This was made, you might recognize this picture from Challenge Yahtzee if you've seen it, but it's made from the same company. This is a game that plays like Liar's Dice. But it has like this little setup over here with these cards. So I'm going to check this out. There we go. Here's a game called High Hand that we have. And this is a game we have not played yet. It's from Milton Bradley, and I believe it comes from either the 70s or the 80s. But it's a game where you're placing cards and you're trying to collect sets. Okay, guys, this is a Sid Saxon game, and anybody who knows who Sid Saxon is, he made fantastic games back in the day, and this is one of them. Didn't hear about this. No, this one's called Byword. Now, the cool thing about this game is this is a game where you're basically buying letters, making words, and then reselling them for a profit. So we played this. It's fun. Like it. All right, let me see here. Is there any others? This is another 3-player game I've not yet played. This is an old Milton Bradley game called Summit. Now, this is kind of like a game where it's a global strategy game of some kind, and it's probably from the 60s, I would say. This one came in really great shape. And finally, another game I got here is Weapons and Warriors. This was, I think, the core set, I think. But if you ever play Crossbows and Catapults, it's kind of got the same idea where you're trying to knock things over. And it's got like triggers, mechanisms that makes things fly up in the air and stuff. So definitely a game I want to review. All right, guys. That's, well, the games I'm planning on reviewing in the future vintage-wise. I'm sure I'll have more ready by the time you see this video. So y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Keep on gaming.